If she wanted you back, you would know, period. Let's start there, because too many men today are stuck in limbo, holding on to hope, reading into breadcrumbs, and falling for mixed signals from women who already made a decision. Here's the harsh truth most guys don't want to hear. Women are way more emotionally decisive than men give them credit for. When a woman is done with you, really done, there's almost nothing you can do to bring her back. But when she still has feelings, her actions will betray her every single time. Now, here's the controversial part. A woman who genuinely wants you back will not play hard to get. She'll play vulnerable, consistent, and intentional. She won't hide behind healing, working on herself, or trying to move on. She'll make it clear she still wants you, because when women want something, they know how to go get it. Men often confuse attention with intention. Just because she liked your story, DM'd you out of the blue, or brought up an inside joke doesn't mean she wants you back. It could mean she's bored, lonely, or testing to see if you're still stuck on her. That's not love, that's ego. You need to stop asking, does she still think about me? And start asking, what is she doing about it? This video isn't about wishful thinking or spiritual signs. This is female psychology, decoded, cold, straight, and raw. You're going to learn exactly what signs to watch for, and more importantly, what not to fall for. Because if she's not doing any of these 7 things we're about to break down, she doesn't want you back. No matter how many what ifs are playing in your head. Let's kill the delusion, drop the fantasy, and talk facts. If she wants you back, her behavior will scream it. Let's get into it. 1. She initiates contact repeatedly. Let's get one thing clear. When a woman wants you back, she doesn't sit around waiting for a cosmic sign. She makes contact. Not once, not twice, but consistently. This is the first and probably the biggest red flag most men ignore. You think one random "hey stranger" text means she's missing you? No, bro, that's bait. It's a probe. She's just checking your temperature. But when she really wants you back, her effort won't feel casual. She'll be starting conversations, double texting, even reaching out during emotionally loaded moments like your birthday or when she hears you're doing well. Why? Because she can't help it. Emotion drives women. And if you're still in her heart, that emotion will push her to act. You're not going to be left wondering, why did she message me after all this time? Because she'll make her intention clear through repetition. Here's where most men screw up. You get that first message and fall straight back into hope mode. You give her all your energy again like she never left. That's weak. She's not asking for your commitment again. She's testing to see if she still owns space in your mind. If you give her that power easily, she loses interest again. That's the trap. The real signal is in the follow-up. Does she text you again the next day? Does she call just to talk? Does she reach out again even when you didn't reply the first time? That's pressure. That's pursuit. And that's when you know she's serious. Now flip it. If she only messaged you once in months or hit you with that "I hope you're doing okay" text and then vanished, that's not a woman who wants you back. That's a woman who wants to be remembered. When a woman genuinely wants to come back into your life, she doesn't flirt with the idea. She chases the opportunity. She's not afraid to look desperate because in her mind, you're worth it. Don't fall for breadcrumbs. Watch the pattern. Watch the consistency. Because once a woman starts showing up regularly in your messages, your feed, and your phone, she's no longer curious. She's coming back for real. 2. She brings up the past but sweetens it. When a woman starts replaying the past with you but only highlighting the good parts, you better pay attention. That's not nostalgia, that's strategy. Women are emotional historians. They remember everything, especially how you made them feel. So when she starts mentioning those random nights, private jokes, little memories only you two share, she's not just thinking out loud. She's planting seeds. She's reframing the story. Here's what you've got to understand. A woman trying to get you back won't bring up how you hurt her. She'll bring up how you healed her. She's rewriting the emotional script so that you start missing the us she's trying to sell you on. She's hoping that by reminding you of the highs, you'll forget how deep the lows were. It might sound like, remember that time we got lost and ended up finding that little taco spot? I still laugh when I think about how bad we were at cooking together. I haven't had that kind of fun with anyone since. Notice the pattern? It's soft, it's sweet, it's strategic. She's not just reminiscing, she's marketing. She wants you to refeel those moments so that your brain starts thinking, maybe we weren't so bad after all. And here's the wild part: most men fall for it, not because they're weak, but because it feels real. And in a way, it is. But here's the catch: you can't base your decision off memories. Memories don't fix the reason she left. A woman who wants you back will absolutely lean on emotional flashbacks. But the key difference is what she leaves out. If she's only bringing up the good and never taking accountability for the bad, you've got a revisionist, not a realist. This stage is meant to soften you. It's where she lowers your guard, not by apologizing, but by making you feel safe in the history you shared. It's a smart move, and it works. But don't mistake emotional recall for emotional readiness. Bringing up the past is just step one. What she does after that is what matters. Three, she asks about your love life. This one hits different because when a woman starts asking who you're dating, what you're up to, or whether you've moved on, she's not just making conversation. She's measuring her chances. Think about it. A woman who's done with you doesn't care if you're with someone else. She might pretend to care out of politeness, but she won't dig. She won't probe. She definitely won't ask follow-up questions. But the one who still has skin in the game, she wants data. She wants to know who's in your orbit. And the way she asks is usually indirect. It might sound playful. It might sound like a joke. Something like, "So you're probably swimming in girls now, huh? Who's keeping you out of trouble these days? I bet you've already replaced me." She says it like she's kidding. But trust, she's listening carefully. Every word you say is being dissected for clues. She's trying to figure out if there's a chance, a crack, a weakness she can slide into. And here's where a lot of guys mess up. They give her full access. You start telling her everything: how it's been hard to move on, how no one compares, how you've just been chilling. Boom. Now she knows she's still in control. A woman asking about your love life isn't just curious, she's strategic. She's trying to see two things. Are you emotionally available? Do you still want her? Even if she pretends to be cool, if she finds out you're talking to someone new, watch her reaction. It might come out as shade, sarcasm, or sudden silence. That's not her being chill. That's her calculating. See, when a woman really wants you back, your love life becomes her obsession. Not because she wants to control you, but because she needs to know, is it too late? If she keeps circling back to the topic, if she keeps checking your socials, asking mutuals, or playing detective, yeah, she still wants you. It's not just curiosity, it's a quiet form of competition. She's trying to see who she has to outshine. 4, she randomly shows up in your world again. All right, let's be real. Women don't do random. If she suddenly pops back into your world after weeks or months of silence, it's not an accident. It's calculated reentry. You see her name pop up on your feed again? She views your story after being ghost for months. Maybe she accidentally likes an old post. Then she's at the gym you go to, or that mutual friend's party you never thought she'd show up to. Come on, man. You think that's coincidence? You think she just happened to be in the same spot you're in? No, that's reintroduction. That's her slipping back into your view without having to say a word. But here's where I gotta criticize some of you guys. Too many men confuse reappearance with reconciliation. Just because she shows up doesn't mean she wants to rebuild anything. Sometimes she just wants to be seen. She wants to remind you, I still exist, I still got it, and you're still watching. You give her attention, she wins. You ignore her, she doubles down. You chase again, she disappears again. This is where you need to wake up. If you're not careful, you'll start chasing a woman who's only circling you to boost her ego. Not because she's serious about anything. If she really wanted to come back, she wouldn't be passive-aggressively showing up. She'd be speaking up. You think her liking your photo is a love letter? No, bro, it's bait. She's throwing you a line, hoping you bite so she can feel powerful again. And sadly, most men fall for it. This is why I always tell guys, watch her movement, not just her presence. Is she just appearing? Or is she participating? Is she around you? Or is she engaging you? Don't let a few sightings trick you into thinking she's back for real. Some women come back just to test the lock, not to walk through the door. So if she keeps popping up out of nowhere, ask yourself, is she showing up because she misses you or because she misses the way you made her feel about herself? Be honest, be sharp, be awake. 5, she uses mutual friends to get info. Now this one's sneaky. It's indirect, but it's one of the clearest signs a woman still wants back in. When she wants you but doesn't have the courage or the pride to reach out directly, she'll go around you. And the fastest way to do that? Your mutuals. She starts popping up in conversations with people you both know. She randomly checks in with your boy who she never talked to unless you were around. She asks your sister how you've been. She even starts liking or commenting on posts from your crew. Come on, that's not friendliness. That's reconnaissance. She wants the updates, but without the risk of rejection. So she uses the people in your circle like emotional satellites, gathering data, sensing your mood, trying to find out if the door's still open. And listen, if your friends start saying things like, hey, guess who asked about you the other day? She was asking if you're seeing someone. She told me she misses the old days. That's not random. That's her moving through the shadows, trying to stay relevant in your life without making the first move herself. But here's the issue. And this is where I need to put some pressure on you. If she's using your people to get to you and you instantly fold or reach out, you just gave her all the power back. You showed her she can still pull your strings without even talking to you. This move is subtle, but it's strategic. It allows her to stay emotionally connected, avoid rejection, gauge whether you're still emotionally available. It's smart, but it's also manipulative if she's doing it with no real intention to come back. She might just want to know if you're suffering. She might want to confirm that no one's taken her place. So if your friends mention she's been asking around, don't rush to respond. Don't suddenly text her back or start watching her stories again. Stay centered. Stay in control. If she's using your people to check on you, she's still watching. But she's not ready to lead. And until she steps up, don't step down. 6. She starts fixing what broke you too. Now, this is the turning point. This is where it gets real. Because a woman who just wants attention will flirt, stalk your page, maybe even accidentally bump into you. But a woman who truly wants you back, she starts doing the work. She doesn't just want to reconnect, she wants to rebuild. And that means she starts addressing the things that tore you apart in the first place. Here's the thing most men never notice. Change is the loudest apology a woman can give. If she was emotionally distant before, now she's communicating more. If she was always quick to argue, now she's softer, more patient. If her ego used to block every serious conversation, now she's the one bringing things up. That's not coincidence. That's growth inspired by loss. This is the one sign that's actually worth watching for. Not the texts, not the stories, not the flirting. Behavioral change, real effort, emotional accountability. But listen, I've got to call out some of you guys here. Too many men get so caught up in the fantasy of having her back that they stop checking if she's actually different. You're so hungry for her presence again that you forget why she left. Worse, you forget why you were hurting in the first place. If she's not acknowledging what went wrong, if she's not bringing it up or acting like none of it happened, that's not a woman who's trying to make things right. That's a woman who wants a redo without the responsibility. Real change is uncomfortable. It requires humility. And that's exactly why it's such a rare signal. So when you see her making those uncomfortable shifts, when she starts asking the right questions, apologizing without excuses, showing up in ways she never did before, that's when you know this isn't a game. She's not just revisiting the past, she's trying to rewrite the future. But even then, don't rush. Observe. Watch the pattern. Because true change isn't loud, it's consistent. 7. She gets jealous but won't admit it. Let's close this with one of the most underrated yet brutally obvious signs. Jealousy disguised as, I don't care. See, when a woman still wants you, but her pride won't let her say it, that emotion has to leak out somewhere. And it usually shows up as low-key jealousy, but she'll dress it up as jokes, sarcasm, or fake indifference. She might say things like, oh, I see you're into that type now. She's cute. If you're into basic. I guess you're really moving on fast, huh? She's throwing shade, but trying to look unbothered. And bro, here's the catch. She is bothered. Deeply. When a woman no longer cares, she's silent. She's calm, she's moved on. But when she starts watching your story 30 seconds after you post, or stalking the girl you tagged, or bringing up your new little friend out of nowhere, that's jealousy talking. But she won't admit it. She'll play it off like it's nothing. She might act cool on the outside, but the tension is there. The eye rolls, the subtle digs, the mood shifts, and if you've been around her long enough, you'll feel it. That weird vibe when another woman's name comes up. That sudden silence. The way she tries to act unbothered but over explains why she doesn't care. Here's the truth: a woman in denial about her feelings will express them through attitude. She can't come out and say, I still want you, mant, but her reactions to you moving on say it for her. Now, don't confuse this with a woman who's toxic and just hates seeing you happy. You've got to look deeper. If the jealousy is paired with some of the other signs we've broken down, reaching out, showing up, trying to reconnect, it's probably real. But if it's just hate and sarcasm with no effort, that's ego, not love. Still, when a woman starts getting defensive, passive aggressive, or way too curious about who you're with now, it's a flashing red sign. She's not over it. She's just trying to act like she is. And honestly, that tells you everything you need to know. Let's be honest, if a woman wants you back, you won't need to decode signs. Why? Because she'll make it impossible to ignore. Here's the controversial truth most men won't accept. If she's not chasing you, it's because she knows she doesn't have to, because deep down she knows you're still waiting. That needs to stop. If you've seen any of these signs, look deeper. If you haven't, stop lying to yourself. Drop your story in the comments. Let's talk. I read every single one and I'll respond. This isn't just a video, it's a conversation. Let's build like men. I've got you.